Hello, friends, and welcome into Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. Tom Downey here. We're breaking down some minicamp news, notes, takeaways, press conference tidbits as well. And if you guys want even more Bengals minicamp coverage, the last of the team activities until training camp gets going in July, then like today's video. That way I can ensure that we do minicamp winners and losers and other news items. Like the video for me right now. We'll begin with Jonah Williams. He spoke to media after his first appearance in the Bengals facility since he skipped the voluntary portion of OTAs. He was asked about, why'd you request a trade? Why'd you change your mind? Here's what he had to say. All I wanted was communication and conversation, and it never happened. I've started 37 games. If it were communicated, it would be hard to hear, but I understand. That was in direct reference to the signing of Orlando Brown. Jonah Williams did not find out from the Bengals that the team had signed Orlando Brown. Said he found out through Apple News. That's never a great sign when the player finds out information via social media. So now Jonah's playing the right side of the offensive line, which maybe will be better for him given the fact that he didn't have his best year last year. He frankly struggled a bit more than I think all parties involved would have preferred. But his mindset's good. He's taking I'm here, I'm under contract, I'm going to prove my talent, and I'm going to get paid probably somewhere else next year. More press conference takeaways. Next up from Joe Burrow. He spoke after day one of mandatory minicamp, was asked about his contract and said, I've said all the things I wanted to say. I'm not going to take questions on that at the particular time. But he did answer questions on his goals, expectations, who the NFL's best quarterback is. I don't think there's any argument right now, Burrow said. It's Patrick Mahomes. Until someone has a better year than he's had, he's the one to knock off. That includes both on-field play and winning the Super Bowl, which is also what Burrow spoke about, the goals, the expectations for this team this year. We have been there, done that. Now it's time to take that next step. I would say the sense of urgency has taken a step up in the locker room. I like that mindset from Burrow. I think he's right. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. That's not a slight against Burrow, by the way. I think he's number 2 in the NFL, or at least number 3 or 4, depending on how you want to rank other guys like maybe a Josh Allen in there. But I like Burrow's mindset of the urgency. A little bit of desperation, a little bit of urgency can be a good thing for an NFL team, even if you don't want to have a massive amount of it, because that could get you in trouble as a team. But for the Bengals, a little bit's a good thing. So is this the Bengals' year, at long last, to win a Super Bowl? Y for yes, N for no. It will be today's pinned comment. So if an ad break happens to play here on YouTube, cool. Take advantage of that ad while it plays. Ignore it. Head down there and let me know Y or N. Somewhat overlooked in the rehab, given how much has been paid to the offensive linemen Williams and Collins, is that of Chidobe Awuzie. Seems like the rehab is going well. He was off on the side alongside Williams, alongside Collins, doing quite a bit of rehab work, stretching drills, etc., the normal cord type of deals, and it looked pretty good based on the reports from the media there, which is a big deal for the Bengals because Awuzie, before he got hurt, was playing really well. Allowing under 40% completion rate is pretty fantastic production. 236 yards. You can double those figures. That would have been the numbers for the season. It's all really great. It's all great. It seems like the rehab is going well. The fluidity, the explosion, the burst, all of it seems to be there. We'll see if he starts the year on the PUP list. Ideally, he does not. We'll know more by training camp. Goal is back in week 1. If I had to guess, I think he will be. Now, with the Awuzie out, just like it was at OTAs this week, Allan George got the work with the first team at cornerback. Not DJ Turner, the rookie. Not Sidney Jones, who's got more experience. Not maybe a Marvell Tell. No, Allan George, who played all 4 games last year, was targeted just 4 times, 3 catches, 30 yards. This, to me, is very clearly a player that the Bengals are high on. They like what they have discovered and found in George with, hey, maybe DJ Turner is a better long-term piece in the nickel or on the outside. But George, who is very much in the sleeper category for maybe even some Bengals fans, but especially those outside the fan base, outside the organization, this is a good name to keep an eye out for throughout camp in the preseason. If he can emerge as a good backup outside corner full-time, That's a big get for Cincinnati. Folks, Bengals hats are on sale. You've seen Joe Burrow rocking the headband. You can get one of your own at chatsports.com/Bengals hats. Not just headbands, but like the normal hats, right? The NFL draft hats are out there. And they've got some special deals beyond the savings. You can save up to 40% off on these deals. They have the t-shirt combo pack that is available once again. Chatsports.com/Bengals hats. That link will be in the comment section and in the description of today's video. It's a perfect last-minute Father's Day gift. You need to get something for your dad, your father-in-law, whatever. Chatsports.com/Bengals hats. Let's go to receivers, where the Andrei Iosivas hype continues. There's been some good buzz for Yoshi coming out of day one of minicamp, saying looked impressive as a wide receiver. Oh, by the way, looked, and this matters a lot for him, looked good as a gunner on special teams. That's how you make the team as a rookie when you're a day 3 pick. If you can contribute in a big role on special teams, that's gonna endear yourself to the coaching staff, give you time to grow and learn as a full-time wide receiver. Iosivas has immense speed. This is one of the fastest players in this year's draft class. Played at Princeton. The buzz on him, maybe the knock on him coming out was, he's raw, needs time to develop. But for all the open stuff we've had, OTAs and minicamp for Cincinnati, been a steady drumbeat so far of Andrei Iosivas. Looks pretty darn good. If he can, maybe not necessarily in year 1, but emerge as that dynamic vertical threat, which the Bengals have great receivers, don't get me wrong, but that burner speedy guy, it's not, Chase can do it, but he's so good overall that you don't want to pigeonhole him in that role. Higgins is a big body downfield threat, but he's not a burner. Boyd's a slot guy. Iosivas feels a role that they don't really have on this team. So I'm excited about him and Charlie Jones and a lot of these first-year players for Cincinnati. So what rookie are you guys, or girls, most excited about? This is a great chance for you guys to go vote in the comment section. Name that rookie you're hyped to see this year. A few other notes on potential position battles here. First up, tight end. It was Drue, Sample, and Irv Smith who rotated with their work in the ones in the very limited 7-on-7 drills the Bengals had today, which is quite interesting. Sample didn't play much last year. They signed Irv Smith as they should have because they needed tight end help. They were in dire straits there. Sample's been banged up in recent years. Irv Smith has been too. Sample's never been the guy that I think many of us were hoping he was going to potentially become for the Bengals. The hype has been on Irv Smith. Is worth noting that Sample did rotate with that first-team unit. Maybe they're just trying to give some reps to him since he's missed so much time, but he's back. It's a dicey tight end room. The Bengals, as far as I'm concerned, are banking on Irv Smith this year, but we'll have to wait and see if he does have that significant potential breakout campaign. More Bengals videos coming all off-season long, plus, of course, the season. When things get good, we'll have coverage for you guys. Don't miss out on any of our Bengals videos. Hit that sub button right now. It's youtube.com/Bengals TV. Let's talk punter. Chrisman got the reps with the first team, which I don't think really means that much. It's June. The Bengals did draft Brad Robbins. Was some good buzz on him, by the way, with where the ball explodes off his foot. But I think this is we're going to get the veteran the first team reps. Let's check in again in like a month and a half, 2 months. I'm still not sold Chrisman ends up being this team's punter. But I do want to make note of that. On a positive sense, Drue was the first team punter today for the Bengals.